students, welcome to this channel. Today we are going to see nomenclature of coordination compounds. This topic will be useful in dealing one mark questions, and we can expect some questions in competitive examination also from this topic. Coming to the topic, first point is cation is named first while naming, then the anion is named after. First we name cation followed by anion. Example is in K4FeCN6, K plus is the cation and it is named first followed by FeCN6 4 minus. Second point is the simple ions are named as there are some simple cation and simple anion. Simple cation is sodium, potassium and copper, and these are the symbols of simple cation. And simple anion is chloride, nitrate and sulfate. And the symbols are Cl minus, NO3 minus, SO4, 2 minus. Then next point is if ligands are present, ligands are named first followed by the central metal atom. First we name the ligand and then we name the central metal atom. When more than one kind of ligand is present. When more than one kind of ligand is present, when more than one kind of ligand is present, then it is named in the alphabetical order. For example, if we contain chlorine ligand and if we have water ligand, that is aqua, then it is named based on the alphabetical order. Or any other two ligand, we can have bromine ligand or carbonyl ligand. If we have any two kind of ligand, it is named in the alphabetical order. Then we are going to see naming of ligands. How we name the ligands? If anionic ligand is present, it ends with the letter O. And if cationic ligand is present, it ends with the letter IUM. If the ligand is a neutral ligand, we can name as such, we can name it as it. We can name it with their molecular names itself. Example, exception for this is H2O. H2O, we name this ligand as aqua, and CO, we name this ligand as carbonyl, and NH3, we name this ligand as amine. Double M, A-M-M-I-N-E, not A-M-I-N-E. You note this, A-M-M double M, it is named as amine. Then nitrosyl, NO. Then next point is if K term is used to denote ambidentate ligand. This K term is used to denote ambidentate ligand. That is when more than one coordination mode is possible. If it coordinates in more than one coordination site. Example is thiocyanate. Thiocyanate, it forms coordination bond with metal ion in both sulfur and nitrogen will bond. If the bonding occurs in more than one possible way, it is called ambidentate ligand. See, if sulfur forms coordination bond with metal, it is denoted as kappa S. As thiocyanate copper S, that is the sulfur binds with the metal. If nitrogen binds with the metal, it is named as thiocyanate kappa N because the nitrogen is binding. So if more than one coordination mode is possible, it is denoted by the term K. Then next is some of the common names, formula and IUPAC ligand names of the ligands are given. First, the common name of the ligand is bromide. It is this formula and it is named as bromido. While naming we name it as bromido because it is a anionic ligand. Then chloride. Common name is chloride. While naming, we name it as chlorido because these are all anionic ligands. So it ends with the letter O. Next. In the same way, the common name is nitrate. While naming, we name it as nitrato. Then see nitrite, NO2 minus. It also binds in two ways. So when nitrogen binds with the metal, we denote it as kappa N. If oxygen involves in binding, in coordinating with metal, we name it as nitrito kappa O. That is oxygen coordinates in this nitrogen coordinates. That's it. Next, sulfate. We name it as sulfato. Next, sulfide. We name it as sulfido. Oxalate. Oxalato. See, while naming, you just see what is the formula. You need to know the formula of this ligands also, because sometimes they can ask the formulas in the 1 mark question also. So don't neglect the formula while naming the ligands. While reading the ligands, read it with formula also. Okay. Then see triphenyl phosphine PPH3. It is named as triphenyl phosphane. Then pyridine. This is the formula of pyridine. This is the formula of pyridine. Pyridine is as it is named as pyridine. Nothing changes occurs. Then next point is, if the coordination entity contains, if it contains more than one ligand of particular type, if it contains Cl2 or Br2 or H2O twice, it is indicated, named by the Greek letter di, tri, tetra. This is one case. Next case is if the name itself contain a Greek prefix. That is, in ethylene diamine, it already says that it has diamine, two amines. Then we use the alternative prefixes bis, tris, tetrakis, etc. This you get more understanding when we solve the examples. If we read this nomenclature by practice, by solving more examples, it would be more easier for you. Okay, coming to the next, naming the central metal. Naming the central metal is very easy. If the central metal is cationic or neutral complex, then it is named as such. If the central metal is an anionic complex, it is named as Ate in the suffix. Along with the metal, we use Ate. Then oxidation state of the metal is written after the metal name using Roman numerals. See, after writing the metal name, we used to denote the oxidation state of the metal. This also you will be understanding. While solving the examples. While practicing more examples, this topic will be more and more easier. So I want to summarize from the beginning what is this there in the topic within 1 or 2 minutes, so that you will get further better understanding. First, I'm starting to summarize. First point we have to remember is, first we should name cations and next we should name anions. And the second point we have to remember is, if ligand is present, we should name the ligand first and we should name the central metal atom. Okay, in naming the ligands, first if it is an anionic ligand, we should write it with the letter O, and if it is a cationic ligand, it ends with IUM. And neutral ligand, as usually it is called by their molecular names, except H2O, CO, NH3 and NO. Next, if kappa term is present, it is used to denote an ambidentate ligand. Okay, that also you know. Next, if a coordination entity contains more than one ligand of the same type, it is denoted by di-tri-tetra. And if the ligand contains Greek prefix, it is denoted by bis, tris, tetrakis. Example is ethylene diamine. Okay, naming central metal. If central metal is cationic or neutral complex, it is named as such. And if the central metal is an anionic complex, it is named in the suffix ate. Okay, with 4 to 5 points only we have to remember to write the nomenclature of coordination compounds. It is a very simple topic. By practice, we can easily do this nomenclature of coordination compounds. Next is, see, you can see the elements, and when it is a cationic complex, what we have to name it, and if it is an anionic complex, what we have to name it. If it is a cationic complex, as usually we can name it. This is chromium, cationic complex, we should name it as chromium. While it is an anionic complex, we should name it as chromate, Ate. We have to add Ate in the suffix. Likewise for all elements. See, for iron, cationic complex, it is iron. For anionic complex, we should name it as ferrate. This you should know. Okay. Next, copper. Cationic, we name it as copper, and in anionic complex, cuprate. Another, and the remaining things, if you see chromium, zinc, cobalt, we have to name it as it is. In cationic, we should name it as chromium. In anionic, chromate, zincate, aluminate. You should just add Ate. For copper also cuprate. For cobalt, cobaltate. For iron, when we see iron, in cationic we should name it as iron, and in anionic it is a ferrate. So just remember this. Okay. Next for lead. For lead we should name it as plumbate. For silver we should name it as argentate. For tin, stannate. For gold, aurate. For platinum, platinate. See, in this page, the naming for anion is different. So keep it in mind while studying itself. For lead, plumbate. In anionic complex, we name it as plumbate. Silver, argentate. Tin, stannate. Gold, aurate. So the names of cationic and anionic complexes, are different in this page. So for iron, lead, silver, tin, gold, platinum, you make it a note that the anionic complex names are different, so that you won't lose marks. I hope this video will be useful for you. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, like, share and subscribe this channel, and press the bell notification and press the bell icon for further notification.